Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ring Lamb, and today I have my January wrap-up. So in January I managed to read 10 books, which is fabulous because I have I was going to say 20 book challenge, 50 book challenge for the end of this year. 4 of these books are for school, 2 a piece for each class because I am taking 2 English classes this semester, which really helps my reading because, well, it does and it doesn't. It sometimes hampers my reading for fun, but if I'm not feeling like reading for fun and I have to read for school, then it helps me move along. 6 of these books were for fun, and I'm just going to get right into it. So the first book I read was Shopaholics: The Rescue by Sylvie Kinsella. And this book was really great. I absolutely loved it. It was a little bit of a different Becky we saw in this book, but I really want to do a series review on these, so I'm not going to be doing a review right now. I started this in December 2015 and finished it in early 2016, I believe on January 2nd. I was a little bit on a reading roll the weekend before I went back to school, which really sucked because then I had to go back to school and it kind of died. But then I picked up The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. I absolutely love this book. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I was because it is very small. I'm not very novella person. Like, I like them, but you just can't get into a full story, I feel like, if it's a standalone. Like, if it's part of a series, it's a bit easier. And also, I'm not, like, a big fan of ghost stories and stuff like that because I'm a scaredy cat. But this book was so good, and it just made me want more of her work. I really hope she releases a book really soon because I would be all over that. Then I picked up, I actually don't have a physical copy of the book. I was going to go on to the next book. But I picked up Shopaholic on Honeymoon by Sylvie Kinsella, which is book 3.5 in the Shopaholic series. I got this as a free ebook a while back, and I haven't read the third Shopaholic book since I think I was in grade 11, so 5 years ago. I think I read the series in high school, maybe grade 10 or 11. So I haven't read the third book in a long time, but I really was on a kick and I wanted to read another novella. I wanted to get out of the way because I kept forgetting to read it throughout the year because I don't physically see it. So I read that and it was really good. And then I read Love, Rosie by Cecilia Ahern, and I really loved this book. I actually have a review up of this book. I'll try to remember to link it in the down bar. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then the next 2 books I read are actually part of a series. I read L.A. Candy and Sweet Little Lies by Lauren Conrad, the first and second book in the trilogy. I didn't get to finish the third book this month, but I'm currently reading it. And I really enjoyed these books, and I'll be doing a series review next weekend because I'm sure I'll be finished the third book because it's the shortest in the series. So for my courses that I'm taking 2 English courses. The first one is Children's Literature. And I'm really enjoying this course. After taking fairy tales last semester, I think it's really fun because I read some of these books, but I really skipped out on a lot of the children's literature because I was always wanting to read bigger things because I was that child who wanted to read the biggest book in the library possible because that was my mountain because couldn't climb a mountain. Those are my mountains to climb, metaphorically. And that, yeah, I just really skipped out the children's. I was not really into it. So it's kind of interesting going back and reading and seeing some of the good children's literature. Although we are reading some teen YA books, which I don't count as children's literature, which I find really weird, to call YA children's literature because you're not, you are kind of a child, but you are a teenager. And especially if you're on the upper half of 16 to 18, you're a teenager. You're not really considered a child. Maybe by your parents, but not really by society. So my little qualm with that class, but furthermore, I'm reading 1 book still for that class, that I'm not going to include in this because I have to finish it by this upcoming Thursday, but I didn't get to finish it. So first off, I reread Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I read this when I was about 11, and I really enjoyed it when I read it then, but I didn't really remember a lot from it, so it was very interesting going back and reading it, and I really enjoyed it. And then currently I'm reading My Sword Hand is Singing by Marcus Sedgwick. And this is really good so far. The beginning was kind of slow. I'm on page 102 out of 217 or something like that. And I actually have to have this finished for tomorrow, so I'm going to be finishing it up tonight. It's just really early in the morning right now. It's 9 a.m. I'm just filming this because it's very quiet in the house right now because only my sister's home. So I'm really enjoying that. Definitely going to finish that tonight, so that will be counted towards. So I just decided to show it. And then my other English class I'm taking is Contemporary Canadian Fiction, which I'm really enjoying because I don't read enough Canadian authors, and I am Canadian, so I feel like I'm really lacking in that department. I read a lot of books from the US or the UK, so, it's kind of sad because I should be reading more Canadian authors. So the first book we read was Maria Chapdelaine, A Tale of French Canada by Louis Hemont. And I really enjoyed this book. It was kind of slow at the beginning, but it really picked up. I'm not very big on imagery. I'm really big on dialogue, so that's the only thing sometimes I find about some Canadian books I've read because they are very heavy on the imagery, which I do appreciate because, you know, the beauty of the forest and stuff like that, but at the same time, it kind of wanes my interest. I really love dialogue, fast, snappy, you know, that kind of thing. And then we read Mad Shadows by Marie-Claire Blaise? I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but I really enjoyed this one as well. It was very dark and twisted, but it was kind of very interesting, and it was a very quick read. I'm actually writing my essay on this one for this upcoming Thursday, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this one as much by the description. Well, I thought I would just enjoy it, but I really actually enjoyed it, and I was really excited for the discussion we had on this. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.